Hello students, welcome back to my videos. So in the series of data structures videos, in previous lecture we discussed about array representation in a single dimensional array. Here we are going to discuss about two-dimensional array and how can we represent two-dimensional array in C++ language, and how can we declare the array, and what are the two different representations in that. That is what is row major representation and column major representation, and if row major representation is there, how can we calculate the address? If it is column major representation, then how can we calculate the address? So with examples and numericals we will discuss in this video. So see here, in two-dimensional array it is. This is a two-dimensional array, and it is the element. These elements will be arranged like this. These are called rows and these are called columns. Okay, so here how many rows and how many columns are there? Here 4 rows and 4 columns are available. Okay, so this is the first row and the first row. This is the second row, and this is the third row, and this is the fourth row. So these are the 4 rows are available here. So here, if you want to calculate some index, if you want to, so see here I'm erasing this. See here. So if you want to calculate particular index, that means what is the row index and what is the column index. So here in this two-dimensional array, it has 2 indices, one for the row and other for the column. So first index represents the number of rows and second index represent the number of columns. Okay, so number of columns. So see here, if you're here I'm showing one example here. Here I declared in this way we can declare. This is the data type, you know already in data type. In one dimensional array also we will declare like this: data type and the name, and what is the name of that array, and number of rows and number of columns. How many rows will be available in that array and how many columns. Okay, so here 4 rows and 4 columns are available. Okay, so here that's why I have declared like this. Okay, so this is the integer. Okay, this is the integer. So here this is the integer what I am showing here, and this is the list. List means array name, and here we are having the 4 columns and 4 rows. Okay, so here you can change it also, that is 4 columns and 4 rows. Here you can change that number. Here you can take 5, so columns will be increased here. Okay, so here I have taken the 4 columns and 4 rows. Okay, so here these are all the rows. This is the row, and what is the column? This is the column. So this is the column. Okay, this is the row and this is the column. So this is the row and this is the column. So here you can increase the range also. So what is the data type here? Here data type is integer because I declared here int. And what is the name of the array? Array name is list. Here I have mentioned it, the list. Number of rows 4 and number of columns 4. Okay. So here the array will be declared like this. See. So here the list 0th row and 0th column. This is 0 and this is 0. So here it will be represented, and 0th row first column it will be represented. 0th row and first column, and 0th row second, 0th row third. Okay, 0 0 subscripts will be represented like this: 0 0 0 1 0 2 and 0 3. The first one represents the row and second one represents the column. So like that, if it is in the first column, so 1 0 1 1 1 2 and 1 3, like this it will be represented. Okay, it will be represented. So now next we will see an example also I will show here. Initializing, how can we initialize a two-dimensional array? How can we initialize it? Okay, so here a two-dimensional array can be initialized using the curly braces. Okay, so like this also you can directly mention integer list 4 2. So in these elements, what are the this here in this 4 rows and 2 columns are there. So in the 4 rows and 2 columns, these are the elements in row 1, row 2, row 3 and row 4. In curly braces also you can initialize integer list. And if you don't want to do like this, you can do like this also. It is a list 4 and 2. Here 20, 25 and 24, 22 and 18, like this, all elements. So how it will be represented, just look at here. List 0 0, it is 20. Okay, and it is these are the rows. This is 0 0 and 0 1. This will be 0 0 and 0 1, 1 0 1 1, 2 0 and 2 1, 3 0 and 3 1. Okay, so total how many rows are there? 1 2 3 and 4 rows are available. Okay, so 4 rows. And how many columns are there? 2 columns, first column and second column. Okay, so like this it will be arranged in initializing the two-dimensional. You just mention the data type, that is int, what is the name of the array, and how many rows are there and how many columns are there. So like this you can arrange it. Okay, so next we will see how can we accessing a two-dimensional array elements. Okay, so if you want to access any element in two-dimensional array, so here it is the array a of 3 rows and 3 columns. These are the elements. Okay, it will be arranged like this. It will be arranged like this here, 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay, so suppose if I want to access a of, here I mentioned, I need to mention a of 1 1. Okay, so suppose a of 1 1. So a of 1 1 means what? So it is 0 at the first row, first element. So what is the first row, first element? First row, first element. That means second. That is second element. Is it is 0th row? It is the first row. Okay, this is the first row, and it is 0th element. It is the first element. So what will be the first element? 76 will be the first element. See here it is 0, it is 1 and it is 2. So total 3 rows. Here also it is 0, it is 1 and it is 2. Okay, it is 1 here I will mention. So it is 0, it is 1 and it is 2. Total 3 rows are there. Suppose I want to access the 1 1. So 1 1 means this is the 1. Okay, and where it is? It is 1. So which will be the this one? Okay, this one will be the element. Okay, so 76 will be the element here. So this will be accessed. Okay, suppose 2 0. Okay, so where will be the 2? 2 is here. And what is the 0? It is 1, है ना? It is 1. Okay, so it is 1. Okay, it is 1 and 2 and 0 you want. Okay, 2 and 0. So here it is. Okay, and what will be the element? 69 will be the element. So like this the memory also will access the two-dimensional array. Okay, so you understand what I said. So here two-dimensional array will be represented like this. Okay, rows and columns. Okay, these are the rows and columns, and here columns and these will be rows. So like this subscripts will be first will be represented the row and second will be represented the column. Okay, and here example 1 I said, here we can change the row subscript and column subscript also. You can take any 4 4 yeah 4 2 4 3. So users choice these size of an array, and here it will be mentioned in curly braces or in brackets also we can mention. Okay, and here how can we access? Suppose this will be the number 1 1 means this is the 1 and this is the 1. Here the 76 will be the element. If it is 2, that is it is 2, 0 means 2 and 0. This will be the 69 will be the element. Okay, so here next we will see what is displaying the values of an array. Okay, in C++ language, how can we display the values of an array? Okay, so this is like a traversing, like for int 0 to 4. Suppose here I have taken, this is the 4 and I value, that is the row, and this is for the column. So here we need to take two variables, two loops, I for the row and j for the column, that is 4 2. So I equal to 0 and I less than 4. Okay, that means up to 3 it will the loop will continue. Okay, I is equal to 0 and less than 4. Okay, and j equal to 0, j less than 2, because it is 2 column. So see out list ij. So one by one the elements will printed, that is 20, 25, 22, 24. So like that it will be printed. Okay, so to display in a two-dimensional array, we use two loops, that is I loop and j loop here. If it is a three-dimensional, that is a three-dimensional array, we need to use three loops we need to use. So like this it will be printing. Okay, and next we will see, so here in array, the important topic is there will be two representations. The multi-dimensional. Multi-dimension means other than one dimension. There are rows and columns where it is in two-dimensional or multi-dimensional. There will be two representations: row major and column major. We can arrange multi-dimensional arrays of in two ways: row major and column major. So why these two arrangements are there? So some languages use row major and some languages use column major. So here we used to store row wise, normally in C and C++ Python, row major only, what we already discussed now, that is the row major representation. Okay, so in C++ Python, this representation will be used. Column major will be used like MATLAB, Fortran and OpenGL. In these languages normally, Fortran is a very old language, and MATLAB recently everyone is using for image processing applications. And OpenGL also we never use in normal applications. This for scientific. So in these languages, column major storage memory representation will be used. So now we will discuss what will be the row major representation and what will be the column major representation. Okay, so see here. Two-dimensional arrays. Here I'm showing the row major representation basically. Okay, so row major representation is a linearization. That means two techniques, that is row wise. The first, for example, so here it is row and column. So first element represents the row, second element will represent the column. Okay, so this is the row and this is column. So here you see, this is first row, that means 0th row, 0th row and 0th row. Okay, row 1 means that is the 0th row, row 2 means first row. Okay, 1 1 1, and row 3 means second. So here the main first element, first subscript will show the row subscript. So that's why it is called row major implementation. It is called row major. So here we will see one example. How can we represent it in a row major? So two-dimensional arrays. Here the storage can be clearly understood. So like this. This is the row. Okay. This is the row 1 and this is the row 2 and this is the row 3. That means a 0th row. Here everywhere 0 0 0. And this is 1 1 1 and this is 2 2 2. Here I have taken one example. Suppose 3 by 3 array I have taken 3 rows and 3 columns. Here the representation is 3 2 9. Okay, in row 1, and these are the columns. Okay, 7 6 11 10 15 13. So like this row representation. A of 0 0 means it is 3. Okay, A of 0 0 means it is 3. And F 0 0 1 means it is 2, and F 0 2 means it is 9. Okay, and 1 0 means it is 7, 1 1 means it is 6, and 1 2 means it is 11, and 2 0 means 10, and 2 1 means 15, and 2 2 it is 2 2 means, and it is 2 2. Here it is 2 2 means it is 13. Okay, so like this it will be represented here. So suppose if you want to calculate the address for row major, if you want to calculate, okay. So here I'm showing one example. So, so like this it will be represented, okay. So in previous array it is A0001, 329, 7, 6, 11 like this. Okay, here I already explained in one dimensional array. It is base address is 1100 here. So here each and every address will be incremented like this: 1100, 1104, 1108, 12, 16 like this. Okay. So here if you want to calculate the address for, this is the row major representation. Okay. If you want to calculate the address for this, so how can we calculate? So here A of ij, this is the for row representation, this is column. Which index you want to find out, okay, for address. This is the base width, and here n for the number of columns, okay, number of columns in your matrix, and this is the uh, row row lower index, okay, this is for row lower index. So I represents for the row, that's why here we have taken row lower index, and j represents for the column, j represents for the column. So that's why here you have taken column lower index. L represents for the lower index. This is the row lower index, and this is for the column lower index. Okay. So here, what we have taken? So base address. This is the W is the representation for width, and N is for the number of columns. If you are calculating for a row, so row major representation, here we can take columns. So here you can take the for the columns. Columns we will take. If you are calculating for the column, we will take the rows. Okay, here we will take the rows. Okay, so that will be the difference. Here in the row, so we will take the number of columns, how many columns are there, and I means what you want to row subscript, j means column subscript. So if we are taking the row, lower index of row, and if you are taking the column, lower index of column. So this will be the formula for calculating the address. Okay, so here I have taken one example. This will be the address. So a of ij is equal to, this will be the formula, you know already. So here 0 1, okay, where will be the 0 1? This will. So we need to get the 1104 answer we need to get. Okay, so देखिए, so this is the 1100 will be the base address. What will be the width? That is 4 into, and what will be the 3? That is number of rows in a so how many rows are there? 1 2 3. Okay, how many rows? 1 2 3. Okay, how many columns and rows? There are 1 2 3. So here also 1 2 3 only. So here we have taken the 3, and what will be the row index? It is 0. Okay, and what will be the row lower index? It is 0 से start हो रहा है. Okay, it is 0. So 3 0 minus 0 plus, and what will be the column? It is 1. J is 1. Okay, it is 1. And what will be the column lower index? It is 0. Okay, because column also starting with 0 only. Okay, because column also starting with 0 only. This is for row, this is for column, 0 0. So 1 minus 0. So obviously this will be 0. 4 into 1, that is equal to 4. Okay, 1104. So what will be the address? This is 1104. So here we have mentioned, we understand what will be the row major. In row major, how can we calculate address? Okay, in next video we will see how can we calculate address in column major index.